Right, we are live. What is going on? What is going on? All right, let me make sure everything is fixed up, looking proper. Got the backdrop good. Got the graphics good. We figured out the stream lag issues. To the best of my knowledge, if not, we'll have to get the gun run on everything. But ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing tonight? We have got such a fantastic match. Such a special treat for everyone who's tuning in. It is none other than EG's In Control versus Complexities QXC. Yes, a Protoss versus Terran matchup. A best of 7 for $100. And these two are more of the colorful characters in the StarCraft 2 community. Two hilarious dudes. I'm about to show you their StarCraft 2 skills. And as far as I can tell, we've got both players inside the lobby. And we're just about ready to start the game. So we're not going to waste any time here. Before we jump in, I will mention our sponsors, GamersBiz.com. It is a competitive StarCraft 2 team that is currently competing in things such as the IPTL and the Zeek.com Pro League. If you check out their website, GamersAbyss.com, they have an active forum community and a great group of guys. And SC2Links.com is every single StarCraft 2 VOD of major tournaments organized in one place. You can sort by players, you can sort by race, you can sort by teams. There's a whole bunch of great information out there, but less of that talk and more of the action. We have got both players in the lobby, and I'm ready to go. I hope you guys are ready to go. Thank you so much to you guys for tuning in, because you're the ones who make all the action happen. And yes, shout out to everyone in the chat right now. Hopefully we've got, looks like we've got a good amount of people out here. This is featured on TeamLiquid.net. If you guys have StarCraft Reddit accounts, you can go over to StarCraft Reddit and you can upvote this. There is currently a thread going. And I'm going to make sure that everything is good to go. Production quality's high. If there's any lag on the stream, please let me know. And I will fix it immediately. Because we're not joking around. And these players are not joking around. Both of them are ready. Our first map is going to be Daybreak LE, the ladder edition. And if you can hear it coming, we are about to start things up. And I am super excited. I hope you guys are excited as well. So I know both these guys are in the beta right now and practicing actively. In fact, I've seen both of them streaming beta games, and I saw both of them playing against each other. So interesting thing to note. We'll see how much they have been practicing their Wings of Liberty in anticipation of this matchup. I know both have been pretty active for each other's teams, pretty active in community events. But the good luck, have fun is coming out from both players. And spawning in the upper right-hand corner of the map, he is the player from Team Evil Geniuses with their title sponsor, Raid Call. The man, the myth, the legend, ladies and gentlemen. It is EG In Control. And spawning in the lower left-hand portion of the map, a very innovative Terran player. He once traveled to Korea and all-killed the LGIM team. He is a legend, ladies and gentlemen. Complexities QXC. Alright, so the TVP matchup. A couple different schools of thought coming out right now. We have a few Terran players who are opting for a tank-oriented push, 2-base timing style, which has become very effective. And there are other players who are opting for more bio-centric plays revolving around Reactor Starport, perhaps even adding on 2 Starports, making Vikings to defend against Colossus. Ghosts definitely come into play in the late game. And there's a couple of schools of thought also on the Protoss side of things here. There is Colossus-centric play. And that involves getting a robotics facility, scouting out your opponent, and hitting a nice little timing attack in the event that they aren't Viking heavy at a certain point in the game. And there's also the Templar style, which you can opt for storms, which can be insanely effective against the Terran army. In the mid game and moving into the late game, you can transition into a variety of different builds. But we'll have to see what each player opts for. Daybreak is one of the larger maps in the map pool. It's one of the classic maps in the map pool. And neither player is doing anything tricky right off the bat. No one has anything very special planned for the early game at least. But knowing both these players being the innovators that they are, there could be some type of interesting plays that we can see. I know they will eventually come out. We do see a little bit of harassment that was going down on the SCV. EG in control's probe is stuck in the base right now. The Marine should clean everything up. On the other side of things here, QXC has gotten a scout down on the fact that the gateway has finished and the cybernetics core is nearing completion. Oh, and a very close little attempt at an escape there. But it does look like QXC does want to opt for that command center. In fact, throwing it down at his natural, and he is going to block with an engineering barrier here as well, so going to delay In Control's ability to build up an economy. And this is a great move from Terran players, just looking to delay the Protoss ever so slightly. I have been watching In Control play against Terran recently, and he's admittedly struggling in the matchup right now. I have seen him do Colossus-centric plays. I'm not going to say that's what he's going to opt for now, because he has also done some styles where he goes for drops. But being that his Nexus is going to be delayed at this point, he has opted to spend his money on warp gates and chrono boosting out that Stalker. He is slightly supply blocked right now, but the pylon is going to finish up. And I anticipate he'll be dropping a Nexus down right there, just like that. On the other side of things here, QXC is opting to go for 2 gases. Let's see, actually, did he start? Yes, he did start his barracks before the gases there. So, looking to get an army up ASAPly. And I wouldn't be shocked if he does try to do some aggression. QXC has fantastic micro, for those of you who are unfamiliar with QXC. But In Control is going to poke with his first Stalker here. He is going to try to know exactly what's going on the map. And pretty decent control there, going for 1 Marine. He's got to be very careful there. If he does take too much damage on that Stalker, it could be less effective in the future. But Stalkers are faster than Marines. They have the ability to out-micro them and kite them almost indefinitely. You will take a little bit of damage, and In Control is going to opt for that robo-centric play here, actually just going for 1 gate and a robo. He has gone for 2 gases, adding on 1 gateway, adding on another gateway, and QXC is going for the quick stim. So definitely going to be some pressure out of QXC with this factory going down. He'll likely go for medevacs, and In Control needs to be very careful with the Stalker out in the middle map. He is going to get it away though, and he's got a probe out here postured to perhaps drop down a pylon, but I'm not too sure that he wants to do anything just quite yet, being the fact that he has not actually scouted the infrastructure of QXC. We'll see if he opts for some observer, chrono boost it out very quickly, and not even going to go for that chrono boost on it, just going to get the observer first, which is a smart move, because the more information that you have about your opponent, the better that you will be able to tell what unit composition to go later on. QXC is going to be dropping down an engineering bay in the back here, so we'll see if that's for dropping down a turret, prevent against DTs. I know In Control does like going DTs. I'm not sure in this matchup, but look at this Marine over here is going to scout out this probe, and EG In Control was moving the probe back, but that probe is a dead man. Oh, does the Marine see him? Oh, he was on A move, but it moved by there. And SCV did try to move in, and let's see how much QXC has seen so far. So actually QXC has no information on In Control as well, and what a sneaky little probe over here, but QXC knows there's got to be a probe out, and if that probe does move anywhere on the map, it will get spotted. The starport is going down, and the reactor is just about to finish up. In Control getting his first observer into the base of QXC, scouting out exactly what's going on, seeing the time is exactly around 8 minutes and 30 seconds. He is going to be pumping out 2 medevacs on the dot. What fantastic time from QXC. Get another medevac? No? Okay. Opting instead to go for +1 and getting his combat shields down. Okay, there are the 2 medevacs in production, and just with that safety turret there and a safety turret... Okay, safety turret right there. That's the only turret he's going to make. Sometimes you can see a turret placed in the back here to prevent against warp prism drops. And it does look like In Control is going to opt for what he's comfortable with, going Colossus. And it's something that he does in this matchup often. We'll see how much he can actually do with it. The supplies are relatively even. Going to the unit cannon stations here, In Control does have a probe to SCV lead. Of course, the mules are going to have an effect on that without a doubt, but QXC doesn't look like he wants to waste any time. He is moving out on the map, and the first Colossus has not gotten out on the field. He is going to scout up with this first Marine and see the fact that, okay, this is a Sentry Zealot immortal composition. If he can get up that ramp, he may be able to stim and target down some sentries, but In Control knows. I think In Control knows the fact that his opponent is deking towards a little bit of pressure. There are a ton of Stalkers in the base anticipating a drop. And perhaps there was a drop that went out there. I don't think there was, because the second medevac is just catching up. There are 2 more medevacs out on the field. But we will have to see what happens. He does get inside of here, does QXC, but all these Marines all getting clipped up inside of those force fields. What fantastic force fields from In Control. The Colossus is just going to destroy all those Marines, but is stepping on top of it there. Oh, QXC with the sneaky pick up there. Gosu Ninja Micro from QXC with no anti-air in this area, in the vicinity. QXC is going to get away with all of those Marines pretty much unscathed at this point. His factory is scouting out that In Control is following up and moving out on the map. But how much damage will he do? I don't think he's going to try to put on much. His army size isn't the largest right now. In fact, it is not even close enough to attacking up into the Terran's base, but I don't think that either player is really looking to end the game at this point. This Marine is going to scout out on the pylon, so QXC knows that In Control is going to be moving for his third, but he's already got his command center finished up inside of the natural. So each player right now positioning where they can. I don't really know where these medevacs are going. In fact, these medevacs got to be super careful. I don't know if this is a fake right here. There is a drop moving to the back of the base of EG In Control, so perhaps this could be a fake, perhaps not. The units of In Control, where is everything? Okay, the Stalkers are in the main base, and he does have a little bit of build-up right here. QXC is going to feint in the middle, but the Observer for In Control knows exactly what's going on. Will he move his Stalkers back in time, though? And yes, he will get them back here. Will they target down the medevacs? One medevac is going to... Oh, 7 HP, so close, and oh my gosh, I almost... We won't go that far. That was so close right now. QXC does have the ability to use this later on in the game, but with that Observer pegged to those units, it's going to be very unlikely that he gets them in there without In Control knowing, and he is going to stim in towards the third base right here, take down one probe, take down the Nexus. Good decision here from QXC. Can he force a cancel? He does force a cancel on this while his third is landing right there, so now he will take an economic advantage, and sorry for not having the production tab up there. These units have got to get out of here so swiftly, and they do, and okay, where is the drop? Was the drop cleaned up? Nope, the drop did come back into the natural of QXC over here, so retaining those units, a very slick move. And In Control is in a somewhat poor position. It's not the worst position in the world because he is getting his +1/+1 right now, which will catch up to the Terran units. But QXC does have vision of the... He does know that the third base is likely going down. If we look at In Control's vision right now, he doesn't have a great idea about what's going on, but he has been active with the Observer, has seen the fact that the third base is completed for QXC, and he must know at this point that he is at some sort of disadvantage. But we'll see what exactly he can do. If he keeps building up his Colossus count, he should be alright, but we look at the Viking count getting up to 6 right now for QXC, and everything is staying with his army, and this dude is a macro beast. If we look at his unit counter station now, 14 Marauders and 25 Marines, the 11 Stalkers, 7 Zealots, and 3 Colossus of In Control. In Control's got to be a little careful here. It does look like he is going to transition into this Templar Archives, but QXC is already going for his Mobius Reactor. Will we have the ability to get Ghost out there with an EMP ready at the helm? And I do like the Observer play here from In Control. He is just seeing exactly where QXC's army is every time. QXC is not wasting the scans on that. But with the +2/+2 about to finish up here for QXC, I wonder if that's the timing he's going to hit. He is a very cerebral player, so he is conscious of the fact that those upgrades are going to finish up. But with In Control, with those Chrono Boosts, man, he is catching up in the upgrade department and going for Storm right now. 5 High Templars have been warped in. Will he turn them into Archons? We shall see. We shall see. I think Archons are going to be a great decision, especially against the clumped up nature of the Vikings, the clumped up bio, and they're just fantastic against biological units in general. But they do have posturing here in the middle of the map. It does look like there is going to be an engagement. Storm is not done, but he is going to feint with the High Templars at the least. He did get some great feedbacks going down there, but the In Control's army is going to evaporate now. The upgrades from QXC +1/+2 attack has finished at this point, and it does look like all of In Control's army is going to vanish. And if QXC moves into the natural, we're going to have to see if anything happens. But no, we're just going to see the GG from In Control. So we will not see what fruitions from there. But some dominating play out of QXC, going straight for the attack at the heart of the base.